Welcome to this video, and in this video I'll be looking at the Cayley-Hamilton theorem. The Cayley-Hamilton theorem. The Cayley-Hamilton theorem states that for every square matrix, or every square matrix satisfies its own characteristic equation. Every square matrix satisfies its own characteristic equation. That is, if we have a square matrix A, the characteristic equation of the matrix A can be written as lambda I minus A determinant is equals to 0. That is the characteristic equation of the matrix A. Upon expansion, we'll obtain a polynomial in lambda of order n, depending on the order of the matrix A, which can be written as lambda power n plus alpha 1 lambda power n minus 1 plus alpha 2 lambda power n minus 2 plus all the way up to lambda n minus 1, that is alpha n minus 1 lambda plus alpha n I is equals to 0. If we substitute into our equation of the characteristic equation, call it equation 1, if we substitute for lambda with A, then the equation can be written as A power n plus alpha 1 A power n minus 1 plus alpha 2 A power n minus 2 plus alpha n minus 1A plus alpha n I is equals to 0. So into our characteristic equation of the matrix A, if we substitute for lambda with A, then the characteristic equation will still evaluate to 0, and that is the Cayley-Hamilton theorem. Let's take an example of a matrix. Suppose we have a square matrix A defined by A is equals to 3, 1, 2, 4. The characteristic equation of matrix A can be written as lambda I minus A determinant is equals to 0, which we can write as lambda 0, 0 lambda minus matrix A, which is 3, 2, 1, 4, determinant is equals to 0. You can also write as lambda minus 3, negative 1, negative 2, lambda minus 4, determinant is equals to 0. Which we can expand into lambda minus 3 into lambda minus 4, the product of the major diagonal minus the product of the minor diagonal 2 will be equal to 0, which will give us lambda squared minus 7 lambda plus 10 is equals to 0. From this, you notice then our alpha 2 is 10 and our alpha 1 is equals to negative 7. If we take the characteristic equation and we substitute for lambda with A, then we can write A squared minus 7A plus 10I is equals to 0, which upon expansion you will get our matrix A, which is 3, 1, 2, 4 squared minus 7 into A, which is 3, 1, 2, 4 plus 10. I is an identity matrix of the same order as A. That means a 2 by 2, 1, 0, 0, 1 will be equal to 0. Again, upon expansion, we can write this as 3, 1, 2, 4 squared. That means multiplied by 3, 1, 2, 4 minus, we open the brackets here, get 21, 7, 14, 28 plus 10, 0, 0, 10 will be equal to 0. Then we multiply out this matrix to get, this is 9 plus 2, which is 11, 3 plus 4, which is 7, 2, that is 6 plus 8 is 14, and then this is 2 plus 16, which is 18, minus this is 21, 7, 14, 28, plus, and we get 10, 0, 0, 10 is equals to 0. Then the first row we get 11 minus 21 plus 10 will give us 0. Then 7 minus 7 is 0. 14 minus 14 gives us 0. 18 minus 28 plus 10 will give us 0. And as you can see, our characteristic equation, if you substitute for lambda is equals to A into our characteristic equation, then the characteristic equation will evaluate to a 0, and that is the Cayley-Hamilton theorem. Now, if we consider our equation 1 and we substitute into lambda is equals to A to end up into equation 2, if we call that equation 2, then we can determine the inverse of the matrix A as follows. Our equation 2 is A power n plus alpha 1 A power n minus 1 plus alpha 2 into A minus n, that's A power n minus 2 plus all the way up to alpha n minus 1A plus alpha n I is equals to 0. Then if we divide, this was our equation 2. If we divide equation 2 by A, if we divide equation 2 by A, then we'll end up with A power n minus 1 plus alpha 1 A power n minus 2 plus alpha 2 A power n minus 3 plus alpha n minus 1. When you divide by A, you get alpha n minus 1, but because this is a matrix equation, then we multiply by I, an identity matrix, plus alpha n A power minus 1 is equals to 0. We can make A inverse the subject of the formula, from which we notice that A inverse will be the negative of 1 over alpha n into A power n minus 1 plus alpha 1 A power n minus 2 plus alpha 2 A power n minus 3 plus all the way up to alpha n minus 1 I. And this is the inverse of the matrix A using the Cayley-Hamilton theorem. We can apply the same to our matrix A. So our matrix A is defined as 3, 1, 2, 4. Then we know that the characteristic equation of A was obtained as lambda I minus A determinant is equals to 0, which we obtained as the equation, this one. So we can write that as lambda squared minus 7 lambda plus 10 is equals to 0. From which now we write it in terms of the matrix A, and you notice that our A squared minus 7A plus 10I is equals to 0. We notice that our alpha 2 is equals to 10 and our alpha 1 is negative 7. From which we know then that our inverse of the matrix A will be equal to negative 1 over alpha n. Our n is 2, so alpha 2 into A power n minus 1 minus alpha 1 I. Alpha 1 I, which you can write as negative 1 over 10 into A power minus n minus 1. N is 2, so this becomes A minus alpha 1. Alpha 1 is 7 multiplied by I, which will be equal to negative 1 over 10 into the matrix A, which is 3, 1, 2, 4, minus 7 multiplied by the identity matrix of the same order as A to get 7, 0, 0, 7. This will give us negative 1 over 10 into, so this will give us negative 4, and then 1. This will give us 2 and negative 3, which will give us, if you multiply out by negative 1 over 10, you'll get 0.4, negative 0.1, negative 0.2, and 0.3 as the inverse of the matrix A. We can confirm these from our knowledge of the inverse of a matrix. So our matrix A is the matrix 3, 1, 2, 4. The inverse of the matrix A is given by 1 over the determinant, and then we interchange the terms of the major diagonal to 4, 3, and negate the terms of the minor diagonal to negative 2, negative 1, which will give us 1 over, the determinant is the product of the major diagonal minus product of the minor diagonal, which is 12 minus 2 gives us 10 into 4, negative 1 minus 2, 3. And this one will give us 0.4, negative 0.1, negative 0.2, and 0.3. And this is the inverse of the matrix, which is similar to what we obtained when we used the Cayley-Hamilton theorem. And that is the Cayley-Hamilton theorem, which states that every square matrix satisfies its own characteristic equation. If you are to obtain the characteristic equation of a square matrix, and then into the polynomial in lambda, you substitute for lambda is equals to A, then the expansion into the matrix A will result into a 0, from which we can obtain the inverse of the matrix by our formula derived from the equation when the characteristic equation is substituted for lambda is equals to A. And that is the Cayley-Hamilton theorem, which we shall be using in our next discussion when we discuss the pole placement design and the observer design in state variable methods of control design. Otherwise, thank you so much for watching this video.